But it's not quite going back as far as I want it to go back. So I'm gonna probably ask them if I can get a different MatteBox. There's a huge advantage of doing actual checks and preps at rental houses. If I'm in the field, people can't get to me if I have a problem. When I'm at a rental house, I can diagnose the problem early, see if I need something switched out, instead of showing up on the day, oh no, like we already encountered a problem with the MatteBox earlier, where we only had the 15 mil, but we discovered that we needed 19 mil. So that's already a problem that we diagnosed, that if we were in the field, we wouldn't have this piece and be like, all right, Lauren, how are you gonna make it work? And everybody's sitting there waiting on me. And I don't like people to wait on camera. In any prep, you want to test your lenses and make sure that they're all calibrated properly and that their fall off, that's very important, isn't too drastic, because that can also mean that there's something wrong with the lens. In a prep house, the AC will do this, we'll test with a lens chart. And whenever they're servicing the lenses in the back, they have an actual projector that they throw the lens up on, and they can look on the projector and see where these circles of confusion, they have a lot of them everywhere on this projector. And they can see if the lens is falling off too soon with the focus, or it's breaking apart too soon, basically. I'm the one-stop shop out here, so I'm the first responder, basically, if you're talking in like emergency terms for lenses. So what I first do is I go through and I do my markings. So I'm gonna make sure that everything's lined up for me for on the day. And then I'll go through and I'll test and make sure that the lens, whenever it says 5 feet, it's 5 feet. When it says it's 4 feet, it's 4 feet. And I've worked with lenses before that have been very off. If they're off, then the AC has to become very reliant on their monitor. They can't rely on distance anymore, and it can affect the overall image. With Alexa cameras, unlike a red camera where if the back focus is off, I can go up here and just turn a screw to get my back focus back. With Alexa cameras, they are shimmed, where we have these tiny little shims that are measured out. And if I'm checking a lens, and the lens, I'm like, oh, this lens is off. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check another lens really quick to decide whether it's the lens or it's the camera. And if it's the camera, then I become very reliant on my monitor at that point, because I might not be able to give them focus to 100 feet anymore because the shim is off. So it's always important whenever you're doing the rental house checkout that you check and make sure that your camera is shimmed properly. As an AC, you want everything to run as smoothly as possible, so that way they have the most time out there in the field to get all the shots that they want. That is our job, to help them. We're like a little pit crew. We come in, change the lens out, make sure everything's calibrated, make sure everything works, make sure that they have that card in there that's ready to load and ready to go, and everything's good. That's what we do. And if we do that out in the field on the day, we might encounter some problems, especially if you are missing little pieces and parts. Here at a rental house, I can just ask them, hey, I need this. I need a 19 mil adapter. And they brought it over, checked it, good to go.